Hi there, it's Chelle and Clint. So he is at work. Starting to feel a little bit better today. I ended up had that migraine, so I stayed home. And he's still at work, so I thought now's a good time to come in here, and we're gonna make some tags today. So some autumn tags, because Clint is making some, what is he making? Oh yeah, remember that cover? What's an autumn cover? And I'm gonna make a couple of covers for like TN's Traveler's Notebooks. So that is what we are going to do today. So I'm gonna make like 6 tags. We're gonna see if we can pull off 6 and see what we can do. So, first time I've been out here, I feel like in a week. So last night, I thought I was going to have to do this early this morning, so I kind of got organized and a little bit organized. But I still can't find the one color of distress ink that I wanted, which is yellow. So I'm not sure where that is. So we are going to, like I said, make tags. Now the pages for my TNs will be about, let's see, 8.5, so about 4 1/4. That's right. So I still want to keep my tags pretty, reasonably sized. So I'm going to use some of this paper that my friend gave me. I'm going to cut it down to 3 inches by, I think I just want it to be 6 or 7, maybe by 7. I should have done this first, but you know how that goes. Okay, then by 3. Kind of want to layer these up. Pretty simple little tags, and they were actually in that one. We're going to do it a little bit different, but what I remember is the one giveaway journal. It was in there, and I was thinking, oh, I should make those again. So something similar to that. So I do want to do that. And like I said, I want to layer them. So they're going to kind of be similar here, but what did we say, 7? They're all going to go in separate journals, so it doesn't matter, that they're a little bit similar. But if I do 6, then I have 1 or 2 in Clint's journal, and maybe I'll try to do 7, because I thought it would be fun too to send a goodie packet away if someone happens to purchase or to win that one journal. I was thinking it'd be kind of fun to add a goodie packet. So I'm thinking about 4 TNs, the one that Clint's doing, and then a goodie packet to go along with that journal that we're doing for a giveaway. So if you haven't seen the giveaway, then go check that out. You have until November the 15th to join us, and I will link that down below, and you can just comment, subscribe. You must be a subscriber. I think I forgot to say that. I want to go ahead and cut these down, because who knows, I might just keep making them. And share, and if you want to get extra entries, you can just send in a little tag or something. So, okay, so we have those. Now I'm going to cut the same thing down in a different color, because I just wanted to kind of layer them up. So this one I am going to do 6.5 by 2.5. I think that's going to work. I hope it's going to work. And I just want to, kind of layer it. So I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm okay with this 6.5, but 2 3/4, I think. I think I'll be happier. So I'm just going to kind of layer them. So those will be all different because I don't really have the same color, but I want them to be different. So let's do this one. 2 3/4. Save all your scraps. 6.5. And then we can even come back and make smaller ones. This one, I don't think that's going to work. Not for that. This one is folded, so that's a card base. This one is just under 6. Let's go ahead and do this one at 2.5. And we could actually layer it even further if we wanted to, so we could do it like this. We'll see. You'll kind of see what I'm talking about here in a minute. But I may as well use up some paper. I need to buy some more paper. Never thought I'd say that, did you? I need some solids. I really wanted like some like mustardy yellow, but years ago I had a friend. I did, and she said, Michelle, I need you to make these kits for my kids. She was like in a like kindergarten or something, and she said, I want you to use yellow and what am I doing? 6.5. What am I doing? Hold on. Yeah, 6.5 by 2 3/4. Anyways, I used up all my yellow and a bunch of my red for her project. So I thought this would be a fun, like, build your stash kind of thing, too. Close enough. Look, I really don't have that much colors. I do have a brown. We can use that too. So this one needs to be 6.5. Yeah. We did all those the same color by 2 3/4. And then we'll kind of look at it and see. And I also have some papers. I kind of wanted to see what I was doing. Hopefully I'll have enough. We'll see. So just do all your cutting at once, right? I invited Mom to come out with me, but she's still trying to figure out her spinning wheel. She hasn't spun in so long that it's kind of getting her a little bit confused and therefore kind of irritated. Okay, so we're going to have those. So see how we kind of have it, like I said, I wanted to do these different than I have done before. So like if we do that one, and this one is the same size, so that one can go there. These are, see, this one's a little bit smaller, so we can actually use this one and layer it on here. We can trim off just one edge. Like I said, I don't want them all the same, so that will work. Okay, so I think that's plenty. It's going to be a really thick tag, but you know, it's going to be fine. The red can go like that. Even though it looks Christmassy, I think we can turn it around that red as 2. So we have this one. That one I think looks just fine. That one. And that one. So we don't have to have like the doubles. Though if we did, we could do this one 2.5 because I mean we may as well use them, huh? Put those on those green ones. So my idea was just fall colors. Might not make sense right now, but it will, I think. So yeah, I definitely need some more colors. And then I had like this, that's kind of a fall color. Let's see what the size of it is. That could be a 6 by 2.5. For like just one of these. That's kind of pretty. Scrap. And so there's 2 that aren't doubled up. And I also have this thing. Foil glitter flock. Determine what foil glitter or flocking sheet you would for foil. Place it all side down. Glitter. Place the glitter down on the adhesive. So I really am not sure how to use these, but I thought this would look really cool. I'm going to see if I can pull it out of there for fall. I really have no clue what I am doing with this. That's pretty. That really bright yellow. Let's just see if we can make any sense of this. Sis gave it to me. I got it from a yard sale. Somebody gave it. I don't know. I don't know where it came from. Because you guys know how I am. So we're just going to kind of play. I mean, we still have, what, 50 minutes. I'm going to make the most of it. I have missed this. This is definitely my calling. It just is, you know. I feel relaxed when I am creating, even if it's a horrible mess. I'm thinking, is this like a sticker? So there's like, you guys tell me what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I don't know what that is, but it's kind of fuzzy. Determine, so it's got to be a flocking sheet. For foil, for glitter and flocking, place the glitter or flocking side down on the adhesive, plastic side up. Then using a stick, apply pressure to the area around the adhesive transfer. So this is the adhesive transfer, and then you're supposed to like rub. Those are bugs. I don't know what those are. I don't know what I have here. So we don't want to do that, do we? So let's just see if I can just use it on something like this, just out of curiosity. Like, I don't know, what do you guys think? Michelle, we don't know what you're doing. Michelle doesn't either. Okay, I'm going to put just a little bit of glue there. Let it get just a little sticky. And see if this rubs off at all. Probably would work better on, oh, it might work. Something's happening. And there we go. So, okay. Well, it works with that. That's kind of cool. And it kind of gives it a, let's go all the way around it. Why not? I don't have anything better to do, you guys? I guess if you did, you wouldn't be here with me. Sorry. Had to say it. Kind of like it. It almost looks like, You know how like old wood, kinda. And I'm kind of letting it dry just a little bit because I don't know if it needs to dry. You know, kind of get tackier. Plus, I have so much stuff that I just really need to get rid of. You know, just use up what I have. Not too bad. I kind of like that look too, where it's not super perfect, you know? I don't know how much I can use this, but we're just going to play and see what we, yeah, I kind of like that. That's fun. So this is called flocking. I do not know if they sell just flocking sheets. Do you guys know? Have you ever heard of flocking? Because I have not. It's coming off, so. I'm sure somebody has heard of this. Because I live in a hole doesn't mean everybody does. That's kind of fun. I kind of like that. And there's more, I think, where, you know, just little bits and pieces. It's kind of interesting, and it's kind of fuzzy. Of course, I totally messed up because let me get scissors. Oh, I need to cut tags because that's what we're making. So then I think I'm just going to see if I can just use this as a example. Looks pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that flocking around that little edges right here. Kind of see that glue kind of stick in there. So that one's not quite dry enough, I don't think. Should have waited. Yeah, it's still sticky. I'm gonna let that. Let's put this one here. See if that's a little bit stickier and it will set. So I was going to tell you guys on the trip home, I get really tired, and so, you know, I just kind of doze in the car. I really am a car sleeper. I like to sleep in the car. And I feel like this is just a touch long, so I'm going to trim that. Let me make sure. Clint isn't writing me. So I like to doze in the car, and all of a sudden, sometimes I just can't keep my eyes open. So I was dozing, and I woke up, and Mom says, "Oh, Michelle, you missed it. You missed it." And I was like, "I missed what?" And she says, "You missed the unicorn." And I was like, "What?" And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is she losing her mind, you know? She was watching the clouds, and in the clouds, you know how I don't know if you guys do it, but we do it all the time. We see pictures, and she's like, you missed the unicorn." I was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with her? But it was funny because you know, we had all those gorgeous colors and stuff. And she was concerned because I missed the unicorn. I was just relieved that she wasn't losing her mind. And yes, she does watch my videos, so she will hear that. But I was just like, what? What? What do you mean? So, as we were going further down, I saw 3 bighorn sheep. And they were real. So I was like, oh my gosh, hon, look, because we don't really see those very often in this area. And if you do, it's like the biggest treat because it just doesn't happen very often. Mom's like, oh, I miss those. And I said, yeah, you missed those, Mom, but you got to see the unicorn. And then we just laughed and laughed because, you know, that's what we do. But anyways, yeah, it was quite humorous. She's probably thinking, Michelle, I can't believe you're telling people that. But it was funny, so, you know, what can I say? So, she's not here, so she'll hear it later, though. Sometimes when I'm in my bedroom, I hear myself talking in her room. Because my hearing is like exceptional, so I can hear so much stuff. And I'm like, that is me laughing. What am I laughing at? So yeah, I know she'll watch it later. I'm sure on her favorite thing on the internet. Yes, I am, Mom. But yeah, it was just, I was thinking that was so funny because I was, you know, my first instinct, I was like, what is she talking about? Yeah. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut all of them down before I glue them together. Just easier, you know, having a template. Okay, so here's my pile. But yeah, I was just thinking, oh, she's so funny. So I asked her, I said, what do you want for dinner tonight? She says, what do we have? And I said, well, anything in the cabinet, freezer, or pantry, and I'll make it. And she says, leftovers? Leftovers sound good to me. Not sure she heard exactly what I was saying, but it just made me laugh because I was thinking, I think that was a good idea that she had. Uh-oh, look. That one is not whiter. So, that one does not belong, right? I mean, I guess it could work. I could trim it down. I keep hearing something, like I feel like she might come walking out. See, if I go ahead and do this, it's just so much easier. I don't have to line them up. I have the right size. I'm going to go ahead and trim this one. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it will be cut. I do have more green, so if I need to, I can make a bigger one. And then I will use this one for here. I know I should really just line buying all the same size. I'd cut them all at once. That'd probably be easier, wouldn't it? Okay, let's do that because I think you're right. Okay. Let's see if my scissors are, yeah. But it's funny because Clint and I were talking about, you know, critters in the clouds on the way up there. Hey, look, there's a, I know we saw a bunny and we saw, yeah, turtle. We were listening to a, I don't think that's the same size. I listened to a book on the way up, and it was such a good book. And we only have like 2 hours left on it. Should have went with him today so we could finish listening to it. Okay, and then this one. That's cats. That's what that noise is. Okay. But last time I listened to a book on tape, it was the same book. And it's been months, and I like to just get it done, you know. I forget. It's not like I forget, it's just you're kind of in tune with it. And then, you know, life happens, and then you just kind of don't know where you were in the book. Okay, here's another one. I didn't cut that one though, did I? But yeah, it was a 9-hour drive. Well, we would have had time, but you end up in the middle of Denver, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking when you're not used to that. Okay, so what do we have? We have 7, 8. There's another one. Where's this big one? Is this it? Oh, this is the one that I was a little off. I hear Mom now, I think. Yeah. I hear her. Here she comes. That one goes there. Hi, Mom. You made it, huh? I said you made it, huh? I have no idea. I guess we'll find out.
Oh, ouch. Okay.
Mom made it. She can't hear anything, but she made it. Oh, that's one. That's odd. It does. You just have to pull it really hard.
I couldn't get it to lock.
That's okay.
Okay. What are you doing?
If it flies open, I'm making a video.
Oh.
Mom's on video. Say hi. She doesn't want to say hi to you guys.
I see that.
Aren't you going to say hi?
Okay. I'm going to go see it.
Aren't you going to say hi?
Oh, hello, everyone. I've been way too long.
Yeah.
Oh.
She can't hear me. She has her hearing aids. They're just not working
Oh.
very great. Well, I'm still one off. What the heck, doodle?
Tornado?
Hush.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
If you're going to make comments like that, you can just go on.
Yeah, I can go back. Oh.
I do need that one. There should be a chair.
Well, I don't see a chair. Oh, there's one now.
Her spinning wheel. You can go ahead and clean that up while you're here.
Oh. I think I kind of found what I'm doing wrong. with
Oh,
my
did you? What was it?
spinning. We'll see.
You think so?
And I don't have this working very good.
Yeah, it's just not. She doesn't really know why her hearing aid isn't working very well. So, I asked her what she wanted for supper. Did I already tell you guys that story? I think I did. Never mind. Oh, okay, so let's see. I think we only have half an hour. We'll get as many done as we can get done. Okay, so now we are going to do these. And I just wanted some, like, music paper or whatever. So these, I think, will be pretty easy. Should have them all. What the heck? I got 2 of those on there. I'm so lost. Okay. Okay, we're going to glue all these. You know what? I'm going to give this to her and have her do it. Let me show her and then put her to work. Okay, so I have Mom gluing those so she's not just sitting there twiddling her thumbs. And I'm going to go ahead, so some of them, they were measured wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this on some of them, and then we'll put like that fall ribbon there. I think that will be really cute. So this, I am just going to rip this up about the correct size. I don't want, you know, to spend a lot of time on these, but I want it to be a little correct and special, you know. Okay, and then this one is right here. And then I'm just going to, actually, let's cut them down and then we can trim the rest with our, when we have a minute. I'm just kind of looking, and then I think, okay, where it says acute, we'll trim that, like that. Mom's making a mess.
Oh, I'm just trying to
Get more comfortable.
There we go.
And then these, I think I can use 2 different ones, maybe. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready.
Huh?
Are you done?
I'm going to go back and spin.
I got the look. Okay, so I'm going to, she didn't know I was going to put her to work. just kind of measure it, you know.
Boy, I'm not good at
It
this
doesn't
stuff.
have to be perfect. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, I can do it. I just thought you'd want to help your poor sweet daughter-in-law. Like that. That looks kind of cool. She's so funny. And then this one, that actually worked out pretty nice. I think I'm just going to take the tips off. Like that. And then this, if we had to, we could put a ribbon there. But perfect. See, you're good at that. And I don't really have any more glue. I do have this one. We could try to get this one to work. Ooh, it's really wet. I don't think it's good anymore. It's not supposed to freeze. It really hasn't got cold in here because I have to look at that and see what's going on there. Actually, we might just have to have 2 videos, which is quite okay with me. When I say where it says divided. On here until Mom is done. Because most of them are about the same. What's wrong?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm messing up.
How are you messing up?
This is
That's fine.
okay. All right.
Oh, I should have been like, oh my gosh, you messed up. But I won't. Of course, any stage of this, you could just stop, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect. This one could be a little bit. Let's see if we can match it up. I think that's the thing. I think that's where Clint gets his perfectionism, is from Mom. They think everything has to be perfect, and it doesn't. What's wrong, Mom?
This is not my
Forte.
yeah.
I shall help her.
Move it down.
See, this one is about the right size, so.
What are you putting on top of it?
A whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, good.
It's
So
fine.
Covered up?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I think she's freaking out because she got glue on it. Yeah, I have one like that too. So this one, I need it to be a little bit bigger. This one doesn't have enough glue. That's okay, we'll make it work. But that one might work. Yeah, that will work. And then we can put, oh, I have another one. This one I want to make it probably about right here.
Well, I think I do. Should have been this one.
No, that's right.
That's right?
Yep.
Okay. Well then, good. Not on there perfect.
I think people overthink a lot on these,
How come this one does?
you know, and
I think I got it backwards, Shell. This one is not.
oh, we'll just trim it down. I probably just didn't trim it.
I think you're looking at the wrong person to do this.
Mom, it's so simple. You can do it.
If I get this one off.
What's wrong with it? That's probably just the way I cut it. It's not all going to line up perfectly.
Sure. Okay. I trust you.
I trust you to do it correctly.
You make mistakes. Okay.
I did that too short, didn't I? Why did I do that so short? There we go. That'll be fine. It doesn't matter.
I gotta say, I'm not.
She's not going to come out anymore if I'm putting her to work, huh? Okay, I'm just going to use my glue stick while she is doing that. So, I think we only have 10 minutes left. That's okay, we can get, like I said, you don't have to do the last step, but I think it'll be fun. But I think we're going to add that on till tomorrow's video. Kind of leave you waiting to see how we are going to finish these. What's wrong?
Oh, I'm just messing it up.
I have, Mom, it's just paper. Don't freak out, it's just paper. Paper is very inexpensive. You can buy me more if it stresses you out too much. Just kidding. I wouldn't make her buy me paper. It does take a little bit to get the hang of it when it's not something you've done. You know, I don't stress a lot. I really don't. I just do it, but I remember when I wanted to learn how to do junk journal, I stressed over every little thing. So if you're new to junk journaling, don't stress. Mom, when you watch this, don't be stressing. glue and paper. Go ahead and just kind of overlap that one. That one I feel is a little too short there, so we'll just use something here. Maybe I'll just use this one. That's fine. Can you hand me that other one?
Okay, it's not even. That was. Oh boy, boy, boy. Yeah, this one. Yeah, let's see if I can do that one first.
Poor Mom. I probably shouldn't have her help me, huh? Not because I care one way or the other. I just don't want her to stress out. Okay, so we still have one more. She's still working on it. So let's go ahead and we'll trim this one down. Fit. I'm just kind of doing it by thought. You can save all these things if you care. I don't care one way or the other, really. This came out of a book that has like 2,000 pages in it. Mom, don't stress. I said, don't be stressing. Too late.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
What'd you do?
Well, I got that on the side. It's bigger.
You want me to finish it? It's fine.
Oh, Chelle.
It wasn't you, it was me, I'm sure.
Not been the best of days.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over, check my pieces. See how they
What else do
look.
you have to do?
That's all. You can take a break.
I will. Probably be thankful for you, too.
You can take a break.
There's goodness. Oh. Well, I think I kind of got my problem a little bit better.
Oh, good.
Yeah, just have to sit up straight and be more conscious of where I don't know. We'll see.
So that's Mom just talking about her loom.
Spinning
wheel. Sorry, my bad. She thinks she's figured it out. I hope so she can do a video for you guys. She ain't got nothing else going on. She may as well, huh? I mean, it doesn't line up perfectly. It was probably one that I did. But it's easy enough to fix, you know? We don't stress here. So that's a little off. Clint only had like 2 locates. He always does. Honey, you stay home. I know you're not feeling good. And then he ends up with so much more than 2, you know, because people call him. Hey, come up. Yeah, so I don't know. He'll be home sooner or later. And I had time to do some videos, so I don't remember what time I started, but I think it's already been an hour. I'm going to trim this one down. See if I can fit it in here. Yep. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video, even though we didn't get as much done as I wanted to, because I'm making more than what I thought I would. So these are all the backs. So this paper is really fragile, so it's a really good one to get for what am I thinking? For collaging. So I'm going to give you some ideas of what you could do. You could just take one of those fun leaves. You could put here, and then I was thinking about those ones. These, the ones that were too long. That's not what we're going to do. But I just want to show you, you know, different ways that you can use them. And yeah, and just do that. I'm going to see if this works pretty well on here. Just art glitter glue. I've been using my fabric tack, but isn't that pretty? So we're going to go ahead and do that to them. You could put this on here and then put a little saying and call it done. We're going to do something a little bit different here in a minute, though we might revisit that because I think that would be fun. This one, I don't want that one, so let's do maybe some yellow. Then we'll wrap up the video. I was just thinking, oh, we should want, you know, some embellishment on them. So if you're putting them in a mass make, you could totally just do it like this. Or, you know, you could do any color, of course. Since we're doing fall, I do want to use these. And I always overdo. You guys that have been with me for a long time kind of already know that about me. And then we have the green. I'm not sure. Oh, I think a cat must have separated a piece. But yeah, I think this would be really cute just the way it is. You know, you don't have to do a lot of stuff to a tag. And then you could call them done. I think I'm even going to put tabs on them, you know, to finish them. Jeez, come on, you. There we go. My fingers are getting. This one I think I want red. Or orange. just for some prettiness. I like those, though. I think they're really cute. Put yellow on this one just because, well, we have the red and the green. Kind of put them together. And then I'm excited to show you how we're going to finish these guys. Like I said, you could stop anytime. And you could just call them done like that, you know, or by putting, I think that would be really cute, maybe even like a little dangle. I think that would be adorable. So we're going to go ahead and call that part done, and then in tomorrow's video I am going to show you how we're going to finish these guys for these particular journals. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you guys in the next video. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Tutzines.